Hi, this is Felix doing tutorial number 12. That using a transistor, and here we have it. We have in the board we have pin 9 going into the transistor, and we have uh, 3 volts going in, or 5 volts going into the motor through the green wire, passing the diode, going into the motor, coming out, going through this purple white wire into the transmitter, and then coming out to ground through the black wire. And if I connect this circuit, this will work. So it has a different program. First it will turn off, then on, then will turn off, then on with the speed, and then it will accelerate. And here is the coding for tutorial number 12, basic transistor and motor. In the coding, first we set up a constant integer, which be motor, set to pin 9. And in the void setup, we have pin mode, and we set up the pin motor to be an output. In the void loop, we have motor on, then off loop, then motor on, then off with a speed loop, and a motor acceleration loop. The first loop, the motor on then off, in it we have we set up an integer that will be 3 seconds, and in it we have a digital write, which will turn on the motor and then wait for the duration, then turn off the motor, and then wait for the duration. After that, we have the void loop for the motor on and off with the speed. In it we have set an integer called speed1 to be 200, and then we have an integer called time1 to be 300, which is 3 seconds, and then we have an integer called speed2, 50 seconds, and time2, 3 seconds. Then we have analog write, so this will turn on the motor with speed1, wait time1, then turn the motor with the speed2, and then wait the time2. Then after that we have the void acceleration. And in the void acceleration we set an integer called speed, an integer called delay time to be 20 milliseconds, and we set up a for loop. So the speed will start at 0, go all the way up to 255, and 1 every time. So the motor will turn on with the speed, and then wait the delay time. And after that we have the deceleration, which means that we have set up another for loop starting at 255, going down to 0, subtracting 1 every time. And the analog write turns on the motor with the speed determined up here, and a delay time of 20 milliseconds. And here's my modified. As you can see, I added a potentiometer from with pin 3.3 volts going into the potentiometer, and then going to ground through the black wire, and the yellow wire goes as an input to pin 0. And with this potentiometer I can control the speed of the motor. And here is the coding for the modified tutorial 12. First I added a constant integer to be named pod, which is pin 0, and in the void loop I added an integer called speed, and speed will be the analog read from the potentiometer, and speed will be changed from a number from the potentiometer to a number for the analog write. And in the analog write, the motor will be set to speed, which will be determined by the potentiometer, and then it will have a delay of 20 milliseconds, and it will keep on doing this forever.